guys, tonight, Austin's going to give a message tonight, and so I just want everybody to give Austin a good round of applause as he comes up and speaks about Jesus speaking in parables. Woo-hoo!
Someone to help me. I guess I'll just pull it. Okay. Just yank it. Okay, that's good. Hello. Hello? Okay, I can hear myself. Okay. How'd you say it? Dang, I hate hearing myself breathe. Okay. Hi. Okay. Got my iPad, got my Bible. Turn this. I got everything up here. Guess I could have gotten this done before. It's all good. You guys don't mind waiting. Can y'all hear me okay? Hi. That's good. Hi, you guys. I'm about to preach. How do I go? The arrow to the right, I'm guessing? Okay. Since you guys probably don't know what a parable is, I did the hard work of looking it up on Google. And I found it. A parable, a simple story used to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson as told by Jesus in the Gospels. And I thought that was pretty cool because it says, this is the Google definition, and it says, as told by Jesus in the Gospels. So it made a Bible reference, which I thought was pretty cool. You guys might not think the same. Yeah, I'm alone. Okay. Amen. Yeah, all right, thanks. I totally forgot what I was about to do. Oh yeah, gotta press next. Okay, the parable of the sower. I think that's how you say it. Sower. I'll go ahead and read this really long passage to y'all. That same day, also, it says that same day. If you guys want to know what it means that same day, because since it says that same day, that obviously means something else happened in that day. So tonight when you guys go home, you should go read Matthew 12 and see what happens other than this in that day. And that's my challenge, y'all. Go read your Bible tonight. That same day, Jesus went out of the house and sat by the lake. Such large crowds gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat in it, while all the people stood on the shore. Then he told them many things in parables, saying, a farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they were withered because they had no root. Other seed fell along the thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still, other seed fell on good soil, where it produced a crop, 160 or 30 times what was sown. He who has ears, let him hear. Okay, you guys. I know you probably have no idea what I just read, so I'm going to kind of sum it up for you guys in the next 4 slides. I know you guys don't know at all what I'm talking about. The first person, it says Matthew 4. This was Jesus talking, to all the townspeople and stuff. What I read was, as he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. So they had no idea what he meant by that, so they were like, Jesus, what does this mean? And so he kind of gave them a little explanation. And that is Matthew 13:19. When anyone hears the message about the kingdom and does not understand it, the evil one comes and snatches away what was sown in his heart. This is the seed sown along the path. And so I'm going to try to explain that in the way that I got it. I called it the I don't really care attitude, because these are the people that are kind of like, well, Jesus, I don't really know what you're saying, but I really don't care to know, so I'm not going to ask you. So if y'all don't understand what I'm saying, y'all need to, take the initiative to, after service, say, hey, Austin, what do you mean by this? and come ask me. And if you do that, I'll give you a little detail and we'll talk and stuff. And you guys will understand exactly what I was saying and everybody will be happy. I also saw this. These are people, these are kind of like, these are y'all. Y'all are the people. I'm Jesus right now. Sort of. And where was I going? Look at my notes. I totally forgot what I was doing. What was I about to say? And, oh yeah, or these are the people that I know. We have some in here, which I'm not going to say. I'm going to just kind of be just going to stand here. Yeah. And we have some people that I know of. I don't know if they go here anymore. But who really didn't care what Russ or me have to say. So they just kind of sit there, like, yeah, okay. Could you hurry up, Austin? I got to, go to a place tonight. So that's exactly what that's talking about. Those are bad. You don't want to be this person because it's really not good. I don't care. It's not good at all. All right. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? Slightly? It's good enough. I'll go read all this. Y'all read this at y'all's house and y'all understand it better because I'm Austin. All right. Call this next one the Jesus high because I'm getting high on Jesus. Some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow, but when the sun came up, the plants were scorched and they withered because they had no root. These are people that are kind of like the infants of Christianity. They go to I'll go ahead and read that bottom part for you guys too. And then I'll explain what I say. Okay. This is Jesus' explanation. The one who received the seed that fell on rocky places is the man who hears the word and at once receives it with joy. But since he has no root, he lasts only a short time. When trouble or persecution comes because of the word, he quickly falls away. And, we all go to ATF or something. We get all, hyped up, like Russ always does. He lifts his hand up here like, man, Jesus, I love you, man. Stuff like that. Well, right after that, what do we do after ATF? We go home. We don't read our Bible. I mean, who reads their Bible? Come on. So, this is pretty much what these people are. They go, they come and worship, they get all into it and stuff. They're getting high on Jesus, they're loving it and everything. Jesus forgives them and stuff. Then right when they're done, they're like, okay, well, I'll see you next year, Jesus. That was great. I love you, man, but I'm not going to really spend any time with you. I'm not going to pray. I'm not going to read my Bible or anything, so I'll see you later, man. You guys understanding this? You don't want to be here either. This is another bad one. There's lots of bad ones. There's only one good one, but there's lots of bad ones. Okay, the I'll do God stuff right after I'm done doing my stuff attitude. It says, other seed fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Jesus' explanation. The one who received the seed that fell among the thorns is the man who hears the word, but the worries of life and deceitfulness of wealth choke it, making it unfruitful. These are the people who, they're pretty into Christ. They're going to church, 2 or 3 times a week. They're reading their Bibles, maybe. They're praying, maybe. But they're not going to change their outside world. I mean, they're going to keep hanging out with their old friends, keep worrying about their old friends. And they're not going to change up their way because, it's not God's place to mess with that. If they read their Bible and they pray and they go to church, that's all we're supposed to do, right? Come on. So, no point in trying to spread the word or no point in trying to, change your friends or stop cussing or anything. You just keep doing all that stuff and you'll be fine. I'm being sarcastic. Just saying. You do need to change your friends and stop cussing and doing all that stuff. And so that's kind of what I got from that. But again, if you guys are getting something different, if y'all don't like what I'm saying, y'all go home and y'all read this, do some researching on, the internet, and y'all learn something else because who knows? Y'all might see it a different way. I'm not always right. Most of the time I am, but not always. So just telling you guys that, buddies. Okay, now we've had 3 bad ones. There's one good one, it's always nice to be on the good one. The narrow path. And I called it the narrow path because not many people make it there. Because, as it says in Matthew 7:13 through 14, Enter through the narrow gate. Sorry, I don't have it up there for you guys to read because I don't care about y'all enough. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only few find it. So as you can see from that, there's not that many people that get into heaven, unless we all want to change the world and make everybody Christian. But, I mean, you know, all that stuff. So, have I read that yet? No, I haven't. I just explained the title. That took a while. I'll go ahead and read this for you guys. Still, other seed fell on good soil, where it produced a crop, 160 or 30 times what was sown. Jesus' explanation. Jesus. But the one who received the seed that fell on good soil is the man who hears the word and understands it. He produces a crop yielding 160 or 30 times what was sown. Think you guys kind of understand what that's saying? Don't you turn off on me. Okay. You guys probably understand what that's saying because it's the right way to do this. Go to church, you pray, reading your Bible, spreading the word, you're loving everybody, you're getting people to Christ, you're being a light to everybody. That's exactly what we're supposed to do. But it's the hardest thing to do. People think, I've heard a lot of people say, it's always easy to be a Christian because, it's so comfortable. You know that you have an afterlife and everything, and so it's just easy to be a Christian, but it's really not that easy. It's easy to be a Christian. It's not easy to be a Christian. Big Christian, like the actual Christian. It's not easy to be, but it's easy to be a Christian. Going to church, doing nice, being nice to people, doing all that stuff. So, you guys following me? Okay, and now that we learned 3 bad ways that you don't want to do, you don't want to be those 3 bad people. You want to be this one, the narrow path. A couple over here. I'm going to go ahead and read another. This is another parable that Jesus said, kind of says what's going to happen to the people who are the good one, which are not many, and what's going to happen to the people that are the bad one, which is really long. Okay, I'm going to read this whole thing. Jesus told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. It says sowed. I'm just helping you guys a little. It means plant. Puts the seed in the ground. Okay, just helping you. I don't know if we have any junior hires in here. Yeah, we do. Okay. Jesus told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away. When the wheat sprouted and formed heads, the weeds also appeared. The owner's servants came to him and said, "Sir, didn't you sow good seed in your field? Where did the weeds come from?" An enemy did this, he replied. The servants asked him, "Do you want us to go and pull them up?" "No," he answered, "because while you are pulling up the weeds, you may root up the wheat with them. Let both grow together until harvest." Harvest in times, just saying. "At that time, I will tell the harvesters, first collect the weeds and tie them in bundles to be burned, then gather the wheat and bring them into my barn." And I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but it says, I just noticed this when I was reading it. It says, first gather the weeds and tie them in bundles. And bundles are a lot. And then it says, then gather the wheat and bring it into my farm. It does not say anything about tying the wheat in bundles, because there's probably not going to be a lot of wheat. It's all going to be weeds, because weeds kill everything, take over everything. So just keep that in mind. Me guys, I'll try to explain it again. This is Jesus' explanation, so this will help you guys a lot. He answered. It says he answered because all the disciples and all those people ran in there and they were like, what does this mean? Because they're stupid and they didn't understand anything. So he answered, Jesus, again, that's why it has quotes. The one who sowed the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seeds stand for the sons of the kingdom. The weeds are the sons of the evil one, and the enemy who sows them is the devil. The harvest is at the end of age, and the harvesters are angels. As the weeds are pulled up and burned in the fire, so it will be the end of age. I'm turning into Russ. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will weed out his kingdom of everything that causes sin and all who do evil. They will throw them into the fiery furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father. He who has ears, let him hear. Okay, I looked up because